Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this channel named Gaurav Kumar Jain. First of all, thank you very much for joining me in this tutorial. So, we guys are going to discuss this model test paper number 3 today. And let me just tell you, it's for those students who are new on this channel of mine. So, we have already discussed the three sample papers till now. It's the fourth one which we are doing. Right, so we discussed, I have covered one sample paper which CBSE has released in the beginning, and then there were two model test paper which we have covered till now, and it's the third model test paper that we are going to do today. Right, it's based on artificial intelligence, and that's the section A of this model test paper number 3. So here we are given with 6 questions, out of which we have to answer 5. Right, so I'll be giving you the answers to of all the 6 questions. Fine, just give me a short moment. I have to. Okay, so this question number 1 is, if you are speaking with someone on the phone, you can't rely on non-verbal communication, right? Such as hand gestures, facial expressions. So you will need to ensure that all expressions are verbal. That is absolutely correct. So which problem arises here? So out of these four, what do you think is the correct option for this question? That is absolutely right. It is physical barrier, right? Because they cannot see each other physically, so it's very hard to find out the mood of the other person. The only thing which we can use for finding out in what mood the other person is, the tone he is using for communicating his things, right? So here the barrier is this physical barrier. Then we have this question number 2, which says identify the subject, verb, and object in the sentence. He paints poster. So, what is the object in this sentence given to us? Yes, that is absolutely right. The object is this poster, and then the verb is paints, right? It's an activity which the person is performing, and then he is the subject. So, the correct answer for this question number 2 is point B. Option number B is the correct one. Question number 3 is, when you want a promotion, you will learn valuable skills and not because of the higher expected salary. Okay, so this is an extremely valuable motivator and should be used in almost any motivational strategy. What type of motivational skill is it? So what do you think is the correct answer of this question? That is absolutely right. The correct answer is learning motivation. We are learning here something, right? It's an internal motivation that we are talking about over here, right? Then this question number 4, here we have two different statements. So the first statement is food poisoning due to the consumption of liquor is very common in rural areas. That is absolutely right. They consume liquor at a very high amount, right? At a very high level. Then statement 2 is there are more illegal unauthorized shops selling liquor in villages and rural areas. Okay, so what do you think is the correct answer of this question number 4? So is this statement 2 correct? Let's just read it out again. So there are more illegal and unauthorized shops selling liquor in villages and rural areas. It seems to be correct, but if you will take into consideration the urban areas, so there also we find many illegal and unauthorized shops. But today the rural areas are also developing and they are also getting converted into posh cities. So I think statement 2 is not correct, only statement 1 is correct. So we can go with this option number C, right? Because it looks more relevant to the given question. Question number 5 is, here are the steps that take place to do disk cleanup. Okay, disk cleanup, if you don't know about it, let me just brief you about this process. So it's a process with the help of which it's a type of utility software that we use for maintaining the hardware of our computer system, right? So with the help of this, you can clean the hard disk you have in your device, and you can just get rid of all the types of viruses you have in your hard disk. So what are the different steps? We have to rearrange these steps, right, in the correct order. So what do you think is the correct answer of this one? So I think this second should come first. So click on start. We'll click on start first, and then we select the drive to clean up. Okay, and after that we press OK. A menu like thing appears, a window appears in which there is a OK button in the bottom. Then what we do, we click on the drop down arrow and we then select the disk cleanup, because there are several options present in the drop down. So we need to select this disk cleanup after that. So the first thing is going to come, the first thing that will come is this click on start, that is second point. So I think these are the 2 points which are starting from point number 2. These are the two options starting from point number 2, and then after this we will have uh, okay, but just a second. I think for this one, after this point 2, we'll be selecting the disk cleanup or not. Just a second. Click on start. I think I think we will go like this. We'll have to click on start. That is perfectly fine. And then we'll click on this disk cleanup. So after second, the fourth point will come. And after this, the fifth point will come. And then this third one will come, and finally OK. Right, select the drive to clean up. Or just a second. Why we will press OK first? So these two options are absolutely incorrect. We'll definitely go with this. We'll have to select any one out of these two. So we'll click on start first. Then will we go with this option, select the drive to clean up, or will we go with this select disk cleanup? So the moment you will click this start, what will happen here? You will see the disk cleanup. Disk cleanup. So that's the disk cleanup which is visible to us over here. So we cannot select any drive, right? We can select this disk cleanup. So after this point number 2, this fourth one will come. So the correct answer for this question number 5 will be option D. What is the quick way to launch Run Windows Explorer? So the correct answer of this one is Windows plus R. So if you will press both the keys together, you will see this Run Explorer window like this in the bottom, just above the taskbar. Fine. Then we have this section B in which we have 20 questions. Let's try them out. So the 4Ws problem canvas includes which one of the following? So it is who, what, where, and why, right? So the correct answer of this one is point number option A, who, what, where, why. Then we have what are the two artificial intelligence models of approach. So we know it very well. There are two ways we can create artificially intelligent models. So one is this rule based approach, and the second one is the learning based approach, right? So the correct answer of question number 8 is option C, rule based and learning based. Which learning is a subset of artificial intelligence? Unscramble the letter and find the answer. Okay, so which learning is a subset of AI? There are two types of learning, machine learning and deep learning. So I think the correct answer of this one should be option B, because if you will unscramble it, you will get deep, right? So deep learning is a subset of both machine learning as well as artificial intelligence. So for this question number 9, you can tick mark option B. Artificial intelligence works with large volume of its data. The correct answer is data, right? And so we'll go with this point number A. Algorithms, we use it for processing the data, right? We don't take into consideration when we are developing neural networks. Here we have to answer this question on the basis of the knowledge we have about neural network, right? Then we have this question number 11 based on assertion and reasoning. Artificial intelligence topics is a critical thinking process that also incorporates a lot of creativity. Okay, then we have this reason for this assertion. Due to the ever dynamic nature of the discipline, most of them find it hard to develop impressive topics in artificial intelligence. So, what do you think is the correct answer of this one? I think it should be both this option A. Why? Because assertion is correct, the reason is also correct, and the and R is the correct explanation of A. So question number 11, you can mark option A. Neural network was invented in. So you guys have to tell me in which year was the first neural network invented. So it's 1958. That's the correct answer. So option D, you can tick mark for this question number 12, which has the following limitations in modeling. So they are not useful for solving problems in complex domains. Okay, it is not possible to explicitly define rules which are the following limits in modeling. So these are the two limits. Now, which out of these four do you think has these two limitations? They are not useful for solving problems in complex domains. It is not possible to explicitly define rules. So I think rule-based approach is the one which have following limitations. So the correct answer of this one is a rule-based approach, right? Then we have this question number 14, which says Whipple only enjoys music as a whole, but he is able to recognize. Just a second, let me just check if everything is going fine on my channel or not. And I would like to also give a warm welcome to all the people who are there with me right now in this tutorial. And if you're not there, then definitely I would like to. Okay, so Assault Gamer, namaste dear. Pulkit, Pushpanjali, hello dear. I hope you are enjoying my channel, enjoying the videos which I'm posting on my channel. Thank you very much, Vaibhav Jha, for showing your presence and for participating in this, lecture. Thank you so very much, dear. It really means a lot to me. Natik, Didwania, hello dear. I hope you are doing great. Do you are what is the query dear? Yes, I take online classes. If you want to know about those online classes, you can get in touch with me on my phone number 9891665634. Just give me a call on my number. I'll give you all the information related to the courses which I am taking right now. So there are courses based on different things like Python basics, Python advanced, artificial intelligence, and how to make mobile applications, mobile games. There are many other courses which I am currently providing to the students in a very affordable price, right? So coming back to this model test paper that we were discussing, so question number 14 here says that Whipple only enjoys music as a whole, but he is able to recognize the different patterns of music, like the rhythm and the bass. He is able to use this keen sense of music and composes music pieces and songs. Which of the following intelligence does he have? So I think he's talking about musical intelligence here. So the correct answer of question number 14 is musical intelligence. Fine. So whatever has been given in the facilitator's handbook CBSE has released for grade 9 and 10, everything is theoretical. If you want to understand artificial intelligence practically, you can take the courses which I am giving right now. So there are courses based on data science, there are courses based on computer vision, there are courses based on NLP, natural language processing, which you guys can take and you can experience artificial intelligence related things practically, right? The basis of neural network is, so there are we know very well that neural network has three different layers. The first one is the input layer to which we provide the data. Then the data from the input layer gets transferred to the hidden layers, which have some neurons in it. Neurons basically are some algorithms which are capable enough to process the data which input layer sends to the hidden layer. Then after the data gets processed, the output gets delivered to the user by this output layer. So that is how a neural network works, right? So the basis of neural network is what do you think is the base of neural network? That's what you have to tell. So I think all these three are the basis of neural network. These all three layers forms the base of neural network. So the correct option for this question number 15 is part A, right? Then we have this unscramble the letters and write the abbreviation for CSV comma. So CSV here stands for comma separated files. I hope you guys know about it, right? So comma separated files in CSV comma plus dash is equals to CSV. What do you think is the correct answer of this one? So you will have to try it on your own. This is your homework, and you can share with me your answers, the solution of this question in the comment section. Definitely I'm going to respond to your answers, whether that answer is right or not, and if it is not right, I'm going to provide you, I'm going to help you with the correct one. So I would like you guys to figure out the answer of this question on your own, and let us all know about the correct answer of this question. Okay, now comes this question number 17. What does DBMS stands for? So we all know that there are two kinds of database management system. One is DBMS, simple DBMS, and the other one is RDBMS, right? So DBMS stands for database management system, and RDBMS stands for relational database management system. Correct answer of this question number 17 is part B, option B, database management system. Then we have this question number 18, which says match. It's based on match the following, match the columns. So match column A with column B. So we have four different items given to us in column A, and there are two items given to us in column B. So face ID, what do you think? Is it an artificial intelligence based thing, or is it not an AI? Yes, who is going to give me the answer? So face ID, I think it's an artificial intelligence based thing. Then search algorithm, yes, of course it is an artificial intelligence based thing. Then recommendation algorithm, yes, we use these algorithms on YouTube, where what you do, if you like any video, so you hit that like button. Now when you open the app again, you get to see YouTube recommends you some videos based on your likes and dislikes, right? So yes, do use this algorithm, and it's an artificial intelligence based algorithm. So third one also belongs to this artificial intelligence category. Machine is not an AI, an automatic machine if you'll talk about. So it's not an AI. Why? Because it needs human intervention. There should be a human being. It requires a human person to feed some parameters to it, and so that it can process those parameters, and it can work accordingly. So the correct answer for question number 18 is part A, option A, right? Then we have this question number 19 based on assertion and reasoning. Assertion is artificial intelligence can be very useful to solve complex universe problems. I think this is correct. Then a reason is artificial intelligence technology can be helpful for understanding the universe, such as how it works. I think both of them are correct, and R is the correct explanation for assertion A. So we can go with this option A, right? For this question number 19. Let me just check your comments again. Dennis Abraham, thank you very much for joining me in this tutorial of mine here. Hello Ayushman Belwal. Okay, you are from this Parivartan. Thank you very much, dear, for joining in and showing your presence to all of us. Coders range. Can I have your name, please, dear? Thank you very much for showing your participation, by the way. It really means a lot to me. And I would like you all to please share this video in your group so as to make it reach to the maximum students possible, so that they can also come and join this channel of mine and enjoy artificial intelligence. They can also experience artificial intelligence things practically, right? That is why I am shooting all these things. Okay, coming on this question number 20. So it says knowledge and reasoning also play a crucial role in dealing with. So part A is option A is completely observable, Partially observable, neither A nor B, only A and B. Okay, knowledge and reasoning also play a crucial role in dealing with. Fine, so it should be, I think, partially observable, right? It should not be completely observable because there are other factors also, right? So for question number 20, I think you can mark this option B. Question number 21 is which is the correct out of the following? So the first one is to understand naturally spoken language of humans by machines is NLP. That is absolutely correct. Then AI helps the machine to understand the commands in naturally spoken language of humans. That is also correct. So the correct option for question number 21 is part C. Absolutely right. Question number 22 is unscramble the letters and find the term which is not used in AI. Okay, we have to now unscramble these options, these letters, and we have to find out the correct option which is not used in AI. You know, the thing which is not used in AI. So we have to find that out. I think that's the correct option, right? I've given you the hint. Now you have to unscramble it, and you have to just tell me the correct answer if you can. So question number 22, unscramble this word and let me know what is this. Okay, if you don't know about it, let me just help you with this. It's value, VALUE. So it doesn't have to do anything with AI, right? It is not used in AI. Okay, it is more relevant also, and this is data. This is your, I think, subset, right? This is subset. We use this term in AI. You know, we generally say that if we have to tell the relation between deep learning and artificial intelligence, we'll say like this, that deep learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, right? And this is, I think, algorithm, right? So all these three are the part of AI, but this one is not used in AI. So the correct option for question number 22 is option D. Then we have this question number 23, which says semantic network represents. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer of this one? Who's going to give me the answer? I am on the comments comment box. Fine. Whenever you get the time, you can just try out this model test paper. I am going to give you the correct answer of this one also. So the correct answer of this one is semantic relations between concepts. Right. Here it is syntactic relation, and here it is semantic relation. It doesn't tell us anything about syntactic relation. Remember this thing. It always tells us about the semantic relations. Right, so the correct answer of question number 23 is part B, option B. Question number 24 is which is true for an AI agent who perceives and acts upon the environment. So what do you think is the correct answer of this question number 24? Is it sensors, perceiver, actuators, both A and C? Correct answer of this one is both A and C, sensors and the actuators, you know, which is true for an AI agent who perceives, acts upon the environment. So both these things are true for an AI agent. Sensors and actuators are needed. Perceivers are not required. Right, then we have this question number 25, which says choose a correct sequence of steps. So you guys know very well in AI project cycle we have 5 different stages. The first thing that comes is the problem scoping stage, right? The second thing that comes is this data acquisition. Third one is this data exploration. Fourth one is this modeling, and the fifth one is evaluation. So the correct answer for question number 25 is option B. Question number 26 is a synthetic representation that shows in one single frame all the different things involved. What is it? So what do you think is the correct answer of this one? Yes, it is system map. That is absolutely right. In data acquisition, what happens after getting the information related to all the 4 parameters, 4 W's, who, what, why, and where, we come to data acquisition, which is the second stage of AI project cycle, in which what we do before acquiring the data, we find out all the data features, all the parameters on which the problem depends directly or indirectly, right? And after that we try to find out through different means the information related to those data features, But before that, we try to find out the relationship that exists between those data features we have identified, on which the problem we have scoped depends directly or indirectly. So for representing those relationships in between the data features, we use a thing, and that thing is known as system map. Right? It is given in your facilitators handbook, also in grade 9's facilitators handbook. You guys can just check it out from there. Okay, then we have this question number 27. So competency based questions are there in this section C, and there are 7 questions, out of which you'll have to attempt 5 questions. So I would recommend you to just go with the ones which are shorter in length, instead of going with these kind of questions which are pretty much longer, right? So that you can just save your time. Then let's understand this question number 27. So it is saying that competency based education is referred to as proficiency or master based education. That is absolutely right. Is a term that describes learning progressions based on mastery of contents rather than passage of time. The transition to competency based learning give teachers and schools flexibility and tools to optimize and personalize learning for students. With increased flexibility and time and pace of learning, students can work at their appropriate level regardless of age or grade level. Which statement is correct? CBE helps students to work in appropriate levels. Do you think it's a correct statement? CBE helps teachers to work in appropriate levels. That is not correct. CBE helps schools to be flexible. That is absolutely not correct as per the information given in this paragraph to us. Then CBE helps company to develop. No, there is no such thing mentioned in this paragraph. So I think out of these 4, we can go with this option A. That's more relevant, and it is correct. It is correct also. Then we have this question number 28. So here it says that sheets contain elliptical bubbles. Okay. Or check boxes to mark the answer responses. Responses are to be marked in the specified manner only. Then responses marked in the other ways will not be read by the software, and hence these here the sheets they are talking about are the OMR sheets that you get in your board exams, right? So which device is used here for reading the OMR sheets? Which device we use? You know the answer. If you don't know, let me just help you with that. So the correct answer option is option A. Optical mark reader is the machine, is the a tool which we use for reading the OMR sheets. Right. Question number 29 is the logic is in values of variables in any real numbers between 0 and 1. Absolutely right. In real life, we may come across a situation where we can't decide whether the statement is true or false. That is also right. Now, which of the following is the domain? Right? Which domain are we talking about over here in this things? So files, are we talking about files? No. We're talking about programming? No. We're talking about data science. See, there is this thing, numbers given to us, right? But data science is a part of artificial intelligence, is a domain of artificial intelligence which helps us in processing, which deals with processing of data which is present in the form of numbers, right? But here in this question, there is nothing like processing of data given to us, right? The processing or analyzing the data given in the form of numbers, no such thing is mentioned. We are not talking about any such thing. So these 3 options are not correct. They are absolutely false, and we can go with this very first option, fuzzy logic. Yes, that's the correct option. Fuzzy logic is the domain of artificial intelligence which we generally use for finding out the output of a particular problem, the result of which can be either true or false. So we try to figure out the correct option out of the 2 given options, true or false. That's what we use fuzzy logic for. That's what we use the fuzzy logic in. Then we have this question number 30. The tag has a paused property. If it is not paused, then it's plain. Correct? I hope you guys know about pause, right? So if you want to stop something, so you can pause it. If you want to again play it, you can just press the resume button. So if it is not paused, then it's playing. You can check the duration. It is playing if the duration is more than 0 seconds and it is not paused. What is this application? So is it email that we are talking about here? Is it an audio, mobile, or keyboard? What are we talking about over here? It's very simple. We are talking about audio files, right? So the correct answer of this question is part B, option B, audio. The data sets are used to predict future events. Training data set with its corresponding labels and the learning algorithms produced an inferred function to finally make predictions about some new unseen observations that one can give to the model. The learning algorithms can also compare its output with the correct intended output and find errors in order to modify itself. So here we are, I think, talking about reinforcement learning, unsupervised learning, supervised or development models. Yes, what are we talking about here? We're talking about supervised models. Why I haven't chosen this unsupervised learning? Because here it is clearly written that we have labeled data set, right? And in unsupervised learning we have unlabeled data sets. So while giving answers to such questions, please try and understand, try and go through each and every line, try and understand the meaning of each and every line before answering or before marking the answer, before marking the correct option, right? Then only you will be able to answer it correctly. Otherwise it will be pretty difficult for you to you know uh, find out the correct answer. Then we have this question number 32. It is information privacy in the aspect of information technology that deals with the ability an organization or individual has to determine what data in a computer system can be shared with third parties. Okay, so what topic is being defined here? So third party here refers to the parties which develop softwares. You find them on those on application store on your on your iOS store, and you directly download the applications on your devices, and thereby you hit the OK. And after that, for using the application, when you start the application, so you get some messages which asks for you to allow the access of your microphone, of your gallery to those applications, so that you can use your data, your mobile data. You can access your mobile data on those applications, right? So it is something related to data privacy. So the correct option is data privacy for this question number 32. Then we have this 33rd question, that is the last question. So it is this genealogy is fun. I don't know about it. Seriously, I don't know about genealogy. An in-depth family history is of all those to whom we owe our existence. Okay, finding out about our ancestors is more interesting than researching the history of objects. Okay, it is something related to finding out the information about ancestors. Genealogy is a study of people and their belongings in the past. Fine. It is study of family history. Okay, that's great. Genealogical research can bring meaning and life to a family's history. On the basis of above information, answer these questions. Which topic is discussed in this paragraph? So, what do you think is being discussed in this paragraph? And who tells about the past? Whose history is studied? So, which topic is discussed in the past? I think we are discussing about genealogy, right? So, the correct option for this we are talking about genealogy. Who tells about the past? So I think ancestors tells us about the past. Whose history is studied? Our family history is being studied here. So I think for this question number 33 we can go with option B. So these are the correct options, right? I hope you enjoyed this lecture a lot. Please do not forget to like and share this video in your groups and make it reach to the maximum students possible. And thank you very much to all the students who were there with me throughout this lecture. Thank you very much for all the support, all the love that you are providing to me and my channel. God bless you all. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye and take care.